evening, everyone, and welcome to the Millennial and Generation Z Awards, celebrating a generation. I'm Bob Marone, along with Michael Blakey, for the Fairfield County Talk Radio Station, live at the Greenwich Hyatt Regency in Greenwich, Connecticut. The show is produced by Shark Creative and made possible by our SharkCast partners, Tough Lawn Services, Ticket Control being their specialty, Rock Landscaping Services, Apollo X Pest Control, MDM Sanitation, and Professional Water Systems. And we're here. Our first guest is the general manager of the hotel, the Fairfield County, I almost said it wrong, the Greenwich Hyatt Regency here in Greenwich, Connecticut, and she is Sherry Buckles. She's the general manager. Good evening. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing very well. And I already thank you. I just happened to mention to anyone who'd listened that I would love a coffee, and one of the people that works for you brought me a coffee for a tired broadcaster. So thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you. That's great.
Now, this is a big place. What's it like to run a hotel like this?
It keeps me very busy, but I love every minute. I love absolutely everything. I love my job.
Have you always done this?
I have. I've been with Hyatt for 24 years.
Whoa. You started in the grammar school then.
I did.
I'm going to go with that. It keeps me safe. 24 years.
Yes.
Now, I've known some people in the hotel business, there's a tendency for them to go to hop hotels, but you didn't do that. Obviously, you're happy with Hyatt and these folks.
I am. I love Hyatt. I've moved around a lot on the East Coast.
Okay.
But this is my 9th different hotel that I've, lived or worked in, and I think my 7th or so different city or area that I've lived in. So I've moved around a good bit, but it's all been with Hyatt hotels.
Which begs the question, where did you grow up? Where were you from?
I'm originally from West Virginia.
West Virginia, okay. And what city in West Virginia?
Buchanan.
Okay, where's that? Is that near Wheeling?
No, it's in the central part, so it's
okay.
About 2 hours south of Wheeling.
Did you start with this company in West Virginia? Or?
No, after graduating college, right after college, I started with Hyatt.
Okay, where'd you go to school?
Concord University in Southern West Virginia.
Okay, cool. Do you miss West? Do you have family back in West Virginia?
I do. My parents are there, my brother's there, niece is there. I'm a huge West Virginia Mountaineers football fan, so I was just back last weekend for a great football game. A huge college football fan, so yes.
That's good. There's nothing like going home. I'm always interested, if I may. I've got family, a lot of military people in the family who moved from city to city. In your mind's eye, I mean, home is always going to be West Virginia, but since you left to pursue your career, which city is the home in your mind's eye or in your family's eye?
As you said, I think it's so much of where you grow up, and I think that's where I've always stayed rooted. That's kind of where I kind of continue to have my values from. But within the hospitality industry, it's one of those things that you very quickly becomes your family. Where you are.
Of course.
And no matter where you go, you just find a little piece of home that is part
That's
of
nice.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Now, how has that impacted? I'm assuming you have your family. Are you married?
I'm married. Yes.
What does your spouse do?
He works for a computer software as a consultant. He works remotely.
So he's a geek, and he works. So he gets to go where you. Now, do you have children?
We do not. We have 2 dogs.
Okay, you have 2 dogs. Okay, dogs are cool. What kind of dogs?
2 beagles.
Oh, how great! Snoopy dogs. That's wonderful. Now, okay. Now we know who Ms. Buckle is. You said that this is a very busy job. What's the most important thing in this business? And of course, today we're here for the Millennial and Generation Z Awards. So maybe I should start there. How much are events, et cetera, political events, business events, how much are they a part of the business?
It's huge. It is a very big contributor to the success of our hotel. There's no question. And events like this, it's a great partnership. And we're so fortunate to have this event here, in our doors. And I think just obviously it's a great opportunity to to be able to showcase our hotel, to have these attendees here and know that obviously they can come back for other events as well. And it's so wonderful when I see events or people at these events, as I've seen them at other ones as well. So it's kind of like a homecoming for them too.
I bet it is. Now, of course, during COVID, that had to be lean times for you, even for the occupancy part of what you do.
For sure. The last 21 months have been very, very difficult. We did close our hotel temporarily in the best interest of safety back when at the height of COVID for 3 months and 11 days.
Yikes.
Yeah, I said that was probably the longest 3 months and 11 days of my career, but we reopened and we have been surviving, and we've been booking business and along with the guidelines and everything else like that. So we're looking forward to seeing us continue on.
When you see the hierarchy of what's important to you, obviously occupancy rates matter, group sales, of course restaurants, and of course that's been really curtailed a lot too. I noticed in your lobby you have a beautiful atrium area. That's gorgeous. I also noticed it's settled down right now. It's not back up to full swing. I mean, you have to worry about everything, food and beverage, et cetera. But what do you worry about the most, or they all get equal? I mean, I'm sure they get equal play, but what keeps you up nights?
I would say in this day and age is I just look forward to when we can, get back to those consistent levels when all of our colleagues are back working and very, very regular numbers. We have done well, but I look forward to the consistent levels that we had pre-pandemic levels, and we've changed some of our business model, and to be able to adapt, to be nimble, and to be able to to kind of maintain in this environment, but to get back into the fact where it's every single week. I think that's what everybody's desire is, for sure.
Well, here we are closing in on 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. You're not headed home, are you?
In a little while.
In a little while, at least. Okay. But there's a lot of hours you probably get called in. Even though you're the GM, you have people that do it. But this is a 24-hour business. I guess you have to keep a phone around. I want to go back to that little thing that happened this evening, because it's like a tip of a good iceberg. And that's the guy that knew I wanted a coffee and found me all the way down there I was sitting, and he found me. What kind of person do you have to have in this business that gets that? Not everybody gets that. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything. I just want to know if there's any place I can get a coffee, and the guy brings me a coffee. That's huge. It made me feel I like this hotel.
That's huge, yeah. I love that story, and it's stories like that are just heartwarming to me. And things like that are part of our culture. And it's as small as a thing as it may sound, and it's those are the types of things to me are the differentiator. And when someone is looking to to host an event, or where to stay, or where to take their event, they're going to remember things like that.
I certainly will. I work with lugs like this all day long. It's I was exhausted with coffee. I had a horrible gig this morning, just a lot of work, definitely under great pressure. I'm lying. We covered this other event, which was only women getting awards. It was awful.
Oh.
Yeah, just I'm still pained from it. But really, I was tired, and he saw that. It's very nice. So this event tonight, are you seeing an increase in the numbers of events?
We do. I think just in general that, the public is getting, I think people are just getting more used to realizing that, they want to have events, and they want to, there's a lot of pent-up demand. There's pent-up demand for travel. There's pent-up demand of people wanting to come and see their families. There's pent-up demand of people wanting to get, to have their wedding or to have their bar mitzvah, or to have their convention. And, we're here and we're ready, we're ready to take them. So.
Well, I have to tell you, you won over Fairfield County Talk Radio today, and I want to thank you for your time. Sherry Buckles is her name, West Virginia girl. She's the general manager of the Hyatt Regency here in Greenwich. And folks, if you could take my little example of what the people are like here, that's just a touch, just the tip of a good iceberg. Thank you very, very much for your time this evening. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure as well. Thank you.